thing that we're going to be doing today is filling all these boxes, garden boxes, full of, not full, but about 2 inches of that sand that you see there. That's going to help these boxes drain. I'll put the sand in, and then I'll put topsoil over that, and then I'll put gardening, remember that, I'm sorry, that's dirt, and then we'll put that soil, which is already got all the nutrients on top, so that I can plant in these. Okay, so you can see Grandpa's got his sand in all these planters. These ones over here are self-draining. They've got a little bottom that allows the water, when it gets put into the plant soil, the water, that's, if it's too much, it will go down to the bottom and get caught in this little pan. These ones don't have it. So what I did is I put sand in there to create the little barrier that's going to allow the water, if I overwater them, the water will sink down into that sand. Most plants don't like wet feed. Wet feed means that their roots are wet. If you overwater a plant, you can kill it just as much as if you don't water a plant. So Grandpa's got this gravel or sand put in this one here, and now he's going to put the dirt in there. Now I've kept this bag out in the sun for quite a few days. I flip them over. The reason I do all that is that while they're in the bag, the heat from the sun cooks the dirt. This dirt comes from a field somewhere. Inside this dirt can be different kinds of bugs and insect eggs. That sun and the heat from the sun will kill off the bugs and the bugs' eggs. So I can now take this soil, this dirt, put it in here and put it in the house without bugs coming up and walking around the house, and Nanny'd have a fit. I'm also going to show you that the way to open these bags is to take your gardening spatula and just easily press down into the bag, and it will cut. See how it cut the bag open? And you can see I've only created a flap here, because what's going to happen is I can take this and open it, and I can get to this dirt here without it getting all over the place. And then when Grandpa doesn't use it all, he can keep that unused portion in this lower part of the bag and take it and use somewhere else or save it for later. I'll talk to you later. You can see that Grandpa has taken the dirt now and put it into the planters. Sand first, so the water doesn't set. This inexpensive, cheap dirt is the next layer, so that the roots can get into there and grab a hold of it. Not too many nutrients in there. It's not the worst thing there is, though, because here, look at this soil or dirt. Grandpa doesn't use his gloves because he likes the touch of the dirt. Seeing inside there, see all these little pieces in here? It's pieces of wood, pieces of grass, pieces of plant matter. That's actually good for our soil. This will decompose and put off carbon, which is a nutrient that plants need to grow their stems. So this will sit in the pot, and over time it will break down to a better soil. So that's a good thing. The other good thing is it's inexpensive. The sand, I paid for it, but I could have just used something from the beach if I wanted to. And on top of that, these pots, they need to be washed up and stuff. But Grandpa, last year, after gardening season was over, all these pieces went on sale. They went on clearance. Like these ones would have cost $5 a piece. But Grandpa knew that after the end of the season, the stores don't want to keep that on their shelves anymore, so they mark it down. It's called clearance. I got them for 99 cents. A little planning ahead, I bought all this stuff on the cheap, and what am I going to get? I'm going to get all the benefits of all the plants that comes through. Now it's time for the next layer, which is gardening soil. Okay, time for our last topping, and this is called all natural raised bed soil. You can see the soil itself. Yes, it has some sticks in it. Good. That's going to decompose and help for the carbon buildup. These pieces here are nitrogen, phosphorus, and other good nutrition for the plants. So I'll put that on top. And then as I water the plants, these things will start to melt into the soil. As they melt into the soil through the watering, the plants will take it into their bodies when they drink their water, and they'll take these nutritions into their body, put them into their leaves, and then when we eat the leaves, we get the nutrition. It is so cool. Okay, you can see Grandpa has topped them off with that bedding soil potting mix, and I leave it loose because over time it's going to compact. Plus, when the young plants are in there, they need to be able to let their roots go through. As they get older, the roots will get stronger and they'll push through clumps and compacted dirt. So over a period of time, watering them and such, the soil will compact. That means get pressed together, make little dirt balls. See this dirt ball? That's a little dirt ball. Grandpa's going to break it open. See, the soil comes out like that, nice and soft. So it'll clump together. We want it to not be clumped. So I did my best. I kind of did that all the way through all of these ones. So I got them kind of filled up. And now that I'm done, you can see I still have some dirt left, but because of the way I cut it, I can use that dirt, carry this bag right over to the garden and throw this onto the garden. I'll do that next. Okay, I'm taking the rest over of the good mixture of nutrients into the garden, and as you can see, I'm just laying it on top of where, see these wet marks? That's because underneath there is my irrigation system. Remember when I laid those tubes down there? Well, that machine over there every morning wakes up, turns on the water comes down through here, goes all the way around. It's because I'm going to be planting over that water area so the plants will get their food every day. These guys here are all going to go beans, and they're going to be on beanstalk. They're going to climb up these poles, and they're going to give us beans. So I'm laying down this nutrient-rich soil right at their feet, because when it comes time to planting, I'll be able to plant them right into that good soil, and they'll get a good start. Well, Grandpa's got to go wash his hands. Don't forget underneath the fingernails. Do you know that in some countries they don't use forks or knives or even chopsticks? They eat with their hands. I suppose I should wash mine first. Love you. Talk to you later.